So now we'll talk about the string data types. So in string data types, so what is string data type? So any character, okay, any character, whether I'm talking about digit or alphabets, uppercase, lowercase, or any special character. If any character, if you are enclosing by single quote, double quote, or triple quote, those are will be considered as a string. For
Okay.
example, let's say if I'm giving here num equal to 10, okay, and if I want to see the type of this, so type function is there, and I will write pass here this variable. So right now what will happen, this type function is an inbuilt function in Python, which will tell you what is the type of this variable. Basically means it will tell that this variable contain what type of data. So first this code will execute, and I already told that based on the value, Python will assign a data type to this variable. That's why
Yes.
Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Here we don't need to define any data types. Python automatically understand based on this value. Now, so if I will execute this one, so right now Python will understand, okay, this is the number without decimal, and Python will understand this is a int type. Okay. Now, same value, if you enclose by this single quote, then there is a problem. The problem means it will not give you the error. This will now not a integer type. This will become your string type. So now if I'll execute, now this is a string type. Okay. Even here the number is digit. Okay. Here the number is digit, but you have enclosed by single quote. Some people, what they will do, if I will write here true, right? So this is right now Boolean number.
Boolean.
If I will
Yes.
execute, this is the Boolean. But some people, what they will do the mistake. They will write here. Okay. Now, when a function, what they will do in a function, they will return this value. And when they will see that, okay, this output, why it is giving a string, it should give Boolean value. Okay. So this will not act as a actual true. It will act as a just a string value which contain this character true. So right now it is a string. So if I will remove this single quote, then now it is a Boolean. Okay, either true or false. So make sure that whatever the number is there, any digit or any float number, so make sure that it should not be string. You should not enclose by single quote, double quote, anything. Only when some requirement will be there, based on that you can make a digit as a number. In some cases we can keep the number as a single quote. For example, let's say what will happen, you are reading the data from the database, okay, and that is a number, and you are comparing, actually that is a number, phone number, for example, phone number, you are comparing, you are reading the data, phone number in database, it is stored as a number. Now when you compare that data in your Python code, you are comparing with phone number in a string value, then in that case it will throw you the error. So for example, let's say if I have this number 1 2 3 4 5, so this data, let's say it is a Python number, you are comparing with this data equal 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's say this data is coming from the database, so you can't see this one because it will store in some variable, so you can't see this pattern, single quote and all those things. So what will
Okay.
happen when you will try to compare this one, like it will give you always false. Here, see, here it is giving the false. The value is same, but it is giving false. Why? Because this is the integer value and this is the string value. Okay, so here people will do the mistakes. Here it is a digit, but it is a string. Here this is a digit, but it is a integer value, whole number. Okay, there is no single quote, double quote. So just keep this thing in mind. Okay, these are the little things which people will do mistakes. Okay, so any character which is enclosed by single quote, okay, double quote, or triple quote. this triple quote are
Mm-hmm.
string type data. Okay. So now, for example, let's say if I will write here name name of a student Ajay Singh, the roll number. Here I'm giving a string 23. Now here this is the character. Okay, here we are using multiple character, and in a string, each all this everything's each string will not consider this as a word. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
string will consider each as a character. So this is a single character, J is another character, A is another character, Y is another character. Again, if you see here a space, right? So
Yes.
even a space is also one character in a string.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now if I will see the type of it, so print type of name of the student, and I want to see the print type roll number. If I'll execute, both will give me the string type because both
Mm-hmm.
are enclosed by single quote. Okay. We can
Yes.
also use, we can also enclosed by double quote. So for example, let's say if I write name equal to Harsh Rajput. Okay. So this will also works fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I'll execute, it is giving me Harsh Rajput. Okay. Without any issue. So either we can use single quote, double quote. Now you will ask that, okay, if we are able to enclose by single quote, then why we require double quote,
Mm-hmm.
right? So sometime what will happen, let's say you want to store the data like this. Something like it's my book. Okay, for example, this is my just a sentence. I want to store this type of data where already a single quote is there. Okay, now if I will do like this, for example, let's say text equal to, and if I will use here single quote. Okay, now in
Mm-hmm.
this single quote, if I will use this type of output, and
Okay.
if I will store here, then here what will happen? So here Python will throw
Okay.
you the error. Why? Because here already single quote is there. So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, Python will think that, okay, this string
It's
is
not.
starting from here and it will end here. And for
Mm-hmm.
this, it will throw you the error. Okay,
Okay.
it will throw you the
Uh-huh.
error. So if you in your sentence already this single quote is there, so you need to enclosed by double quote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, by double quote. Now it will works fine for you. Okay, text. Now if you execute, it will give you the output as it's my book. Now for
Mm-hmm.
example, if let's say here it's a double quote is there. Now again, if you use here double quote, then again it's a problem,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in this case,
Yes.
what you need to do, you need to make this one as a single quote.
Okay.
So this will work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we can also enclose this value. So here, if here I'm using double quote, I can also enclose this one as a triple quote. Triple quote. This will also works fine. Print name execute. So here again it is working fine. Now again you will ask the question, why this triple quote? Why it is required? So sometime what will happen in a method, okay, in a function, in a method, I will tell you why it is required. See, if I will hover any function, okay, so these are the inbuilt function which is Python I've created, okay. So now
Mm-hmm.
if I will hover this one, so you will see some sentence, right? The
Mm-hmm.
type function is object type, it is containing these are the parameters, right? Name, basis, dictionary, kwds, a new type. So whatever this description you are able to see, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
description is the for method description. For example, when you create your own function, okay, so as a good developer, what we should do whenever we will create our own function, our own methods, so inside that we will write so many logics.
Mhm.
Now, tomorrow, if you have created some logic and let's say you switch the company, so if
Mhm.
someone new people will come and they will see your code, they won't understand that what you have did there. Means it, they will understand, but it will take some time.
Mhm.
So basically what we will do, whenever we will create a function, so within the function, we will define some description that the function name is this, it will accept this parameter and what this function will do. So you need to write some description. This function will read the data from this database. It will compare this data and it will return this output. So if you will write this description within the function, so it will be helpful for other employee to understand your code properly. So inside the function, when we will define these things, that is called your doc string, doc string. Okay. And
Mhm.
whenever you will create, for example, if I talk, let's say here, I'm giving example. Let's say I'm creating this function. Okay. Def my function, and here I will just write here print 10 plus 20. Now if I'll execute this code and let's say I'm calling this function, let's say I'm calling this function my function. So here I defined my function. Def means you are defining your function. Okay. This is the function name, and here you need to pass some parameter that we will understand in the function. And
Mhm.
here within the function, here you need to write your logic. So here I'm not defining so much logic. I'm just what I'm doing, I'm just adding some value. So when you will execute this one, it will not return any output until and unless you are calling that function. So here I'm calling that
Mhm.
function. So when I will call this function, it is giving me 30. Now if I will hover this one, see, if I will hover this one, I am not getting anything. Okay.
Mhm.
When I'm hover this one, I'm not getting anything. Now, where this triple quote is used, so you can use here triple quote like this. So triple quote is used to define the your statement in multiple line. So here you can write this function will not accept any parameter. It just return the summation of summation of 10 plus 10 plus 20. And this I will write in the next line. Okay. In the
Mhm.
next. So whenever you need to define any statement in multiple line, in that case, we need to use this triple quote. Okay. Now if I will execute this code, now my code is executed. Now let me execute. It is giving me 30. Now if I will hover this cursor here or here, so let me check. So see here, this
Mhm.
description is displaying. This function
Okay.
will not accept any parameter. It just return the summation of 10 plus 20. So
Mhm.
whatever the description you have written, now it is visible when you are hovering this one,
Mhm.
right? So when you will write this type of description, this is called your doc string. Okay.
Mhm.
It is called your doc string. Doc string. So docstring means what? It is used to define the description of function. Used to define the description of function. Okay. So that other people will understand properly that what your function is doing actually. Okay.
Mhm.
So here actually we are using this triple quote actually here to define the doc string. Second thing, sometime what will happen, let's say you are defining, let's say you are writing, you want to store some address. Okay, so for example, any address, if I will talk, so any address will have multiple lines, right? So
Mhm.
let's say for example, if I will write my address equal to, let's say I'm using single quote, and in single quote I'm defining my address. For example, let's say Eden Garden, second floor, first cross, Lakshmi layout, Munnakolal, Bangalore 56003. So for example, let's say this is my address and this is actually the value. So if you
Mhm.
see, when I am enclosing this value in single quote, it is not working. It will throw me the error. Here single quote, here
Okay.
single quote. Now, even if I will use here double quote, this will also
Hmm.
not work for me. This will also throw me the error.
Hmm.
Now, if I will use triple quote, now it won't throw me any error. Okay. So
Is it
print.
because it was two commas in the middle?
Yeah, you can use comma also, no problem. See here, as it is coming. Whatever you have
Hmm.
defined in the multiple line, in the same value is coming at the output. Okay. So
Okay.
when someone will ask why we are using triple quote, so you can say whenever we want to store multiple line of statement, then we can
Okay.
use triple quote all mostly, but in real time we are not storing some multiple line of statement.
Hmm.
Mostly this triple quote is used to define the doc string. So
Okay.
doc string is nothing but to define the description of the function. In real time, you won't see that someone is storing the data, this multiple line. Why? Because the data, mostly we are reading the data from the files or the database. So we are not storing the data like this. Okay. In real time, we will create the variable to store the data which is coming from either from the files or from the database or from some other sources.
Hmm.
Manually we are not defining this type of data. Okay, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So in real time, what will happen here right now? I'm creating my own data to show you the output, to show that how the functions are working, how the variable is working. But in the real time, what will happen? Whenever here we will define the variables. Okay, let's say name. So we are not manually defined here the name. Actually, in this variable, we are storing the data, but those data will come from our sources. Either the source can be from the file, or it can be from the databases, or it can be from someone somewhere else, from let's say
Hmm.
from like API files, from browser it is coming. So some data, any information is coming from the different sources. Okay, we are not doing like this hard coded value.
Okay.
So this thing you more it will be clear when we will work on the project on the this Python. Okay. So
Hmm.
in that project, I will show you that how we are reading the data from the databases. Okay. How we are storing the data into the databases or reading the data from the file, how we are cleaning, how we are like removing the null values, transformation, everything we'll see in the Python project.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the triple quote. Okay. Now the next is uh, right, string support indexing, both positive index and negative index. Positive index value starts with 0 and negative index starts with -1. Indexing is used to extract single element from the string, list, or tuple. Okay. So string support indexing,
Hmm.
positive index and negative index. First of all, we need to discuss what is this indexing. So let me open this one. Now let's say whenever you define any string data, for example, let's say if I will write here name of a student, let's say this is my variable, and here I am storing the data something like let's say Hers Rajput. Okay. Now,
Okay.
whenever we are defining this data, then how this string value is storing into the RAM memory. So this is, let's say this is our RAM memory. So this string contain multiple character, right? So string while storing the data, string support indexing. So string, then list, tuple. So these are the three objects are there which support your indexing. So it will store the data. This object will stores the data based on the indexing concept. Okay, so what will happen whenever you are defining this object? So this object will be created in somewhere in the memory. So it will store the data something like this. So here each character will be stored in the based on the index position. Index is nothing but position. Okay. So in the first place, here H is there, right? Then in the second place, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, here even a space is also one character. So what will happen whenever you will execute this code? So the first character will be stored at zeroth index, H. So here there are two types of indexing is there. Indexing is nothing but position. For example, even in school, right? Let's say here bench is there. Like say here bench, here let's say bench is there. These are the student benches are there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's say here serial number is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's say this is the your door, entry door. Now when the first restaurant will come, he will sit here. When the second restaurant will come, he will sit here. When the third restaurant will come, he will sit here. So basically, what will happen whenever the student will come one by one, based on their who is coming first, based on the position in the sequence order, they will sit. So once this will fill, then when the fourth student will come, he will sit here. Then the next student, the next student, the next. Like that, a student will come and sit based on the position. So
Mm-hmm.
similarly, string data, list data, and tuple is also working. Okay, so here the first character is H. So he will this will stored at zeroth index. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is index, and this
Mm-hmm.
index is starting from zeroth position. This is called your positive index. So the H will be stored here, then A will be stored here, R will be stored at second index,
Mm-hmm.
S will be stored at third index. This 4 H will come here. Now after the H there is a space is there. So here a space will be stored at fifth index. Then again sixth R A J P U T. So in this way the data will be stored in the memory, and this area will be named as name of the student. This variable will refer this object. So this is the string object, and in this string object, this is your positive index, means position. So here position always start with 0. Now there is something called your negative index. So negative index will go, and the direction of positive index always from left to right,
Okay.
from left to right, and the negative index direction will be right to left, right to left. So here negative index value starts with -1. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12. So this is your positive index and this is your negative index. Negative index. So index is nothing but your position. Based on your position value, the string data and list and tuple data will be stored. So whoever will come first, they will store at zeroth position. Whoever will come at the second, they will store at the first this first index. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting this one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now okay, the data is storing based on the positive index and negative index. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why we use this indexing? So, with the help of this indexing, we can fetch any character from this string. For example, if you want to fetch the sixth index data, so at this sixth index, which character is stored? R, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you will pass this index to this string variable, then it will give you R. For example, if I want to fetch this R data, so what I will do, I will write variable name, name of a student. and in a square bracket I will pass my positive index position. So if I will pass here 6, so this code what it will do, it will search this 6. This is the index, okay,
Hmm.
this is not the value, this is your value, okay, this Hers Rajput, this is the value, okay, these are the index, this is the positive
Hmm.
index and this is the negative index. Most of the people will confuse that this is the value. No, this is not a value, this is the index position. Okay,
Okay.
so here you need to pass the position index. You are saying to the string that at sixth index at this position, whatever the character you have stored, give me that character. So when you
Hmm.
will execute this code, Python, what it will do, it will go and search this sixth position. So from here, he will search that where is the sixth position. Once it will find that, okay, here sixth position is there. Now inside this position, which character is there? This R character. So it will give you R. Okay,
Hmm.
now
Yes.
this is your positive index, because here we are not giving minus, here we are giving the positive value. Now
Hmm.
same R I can fetch by using the negative index. Now if I will talk about the negative index, so at -6 the negative index is available.
Hmm.
So now if I will give name of a student, and if I will pass -6, so now again this Python code, what it will do, it will see, okay, this is -6, that means I need to go in backward direction, right to left, because this is
Hmm.
the negative index. So it will search from -1, it will go like this and it will find, okay, here -6 is there, -6. So at -6 which position is there? R. So it
R.
will give you the R.
Hmm.
Okay, so by using positive index and negative index, we are able to fetch a single character either from string data or from list data or tuple data. Only these three data types will support this indexing. There are other data types also like set, dictionary. So these data type won't support this indexing. Okay, it won't support. Only these three data type will support. Direction of negative index, right to left, means in backward direction it will go. Okay, uh, so, so for example, let's say I'm taking one variable institute name equal to innovative technology private limited. Okay, so okay, not institute name, let's say company name, company name. Now print. Now I want to see that. So here this is my string. Now each character is stored at different index. Okay,
Hmm.
so this index is stored at which position? At zeroth position, if I'm talking about the positive index. So
Okay.
at positive index 0, I is stored, then at 1 this is stored, then at 2 this is stored, and then at 3 this is stored, like that it will go. Okay, now I want, with the help of this positive index, I want to extract the value. So what I will do, I will write, give me zeroth index value element from string. So here what I will do, I will pass my variable name and here I will pass zero index. Okay. So this is just a statement to understand. So
Hmm.
this code, what it will do, it will give me the zeroth index element. Zeroth index element means this is the index.
Hmm.
Element is nothing but this character. Okay,
Right.
value. Okay, each character I am talking about the element. You can say this one as value also. Okay. Now if I'll execute this code, it will give me that, okay, zeroth index I is there. I. Okay. Similarly, if I will pass here, let's say I will pass here eighth index. So
Hmm.
this will give me the eighth index value. So here I will write eighth index value. So this code will give me the character which is available at eighth index. So can you tell me here which value is available at eighth index?
V.
V.
Hmm.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So if I'll execute, it is giving me V. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, so in this way, you can pass your positive index and negative positive index. Now, with the help of negative index, we'll see how it will work. So if I'll take this code, yeah. And let's say here I will say minus seventh index. So at
Okay.
minus 7 index, for that I will give minus 7. So now when I will pass minus 7, now the the Python will search this seventh index in the backward direction. It will start from
Hmm.
here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is available at minus 1,
-1.
minus 2, minus 3. Then this space is minus 4. Then this t is minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So at minus 7, P is available. So if I'll execute,
Mhm.
it will give me P.
Okay.
Okay. So this will be your here. I will write print positive index. This will be negative index. Okay. Now, if I will pass minus 9 or minus 12, so it will give me minus 12 character. Okay. At
Mhm.
minus 12, which position is there? So at minus 12, this L is available. Okay.
Mhm.
So this one. So in this way, with the help of this indexing, we can fetch a single character. Okay.
Okay.
We can fetch the single character. It will always give you this single index will always give you single value. Okay. From
Mhm.
string, from list, or from tuple. Now, you will ask that, okay, we can fetch the single character. What about that if you want to fetch the subset of this string?
Mhm.
Subset in the sense means if I want to fetch multiple character, or let's say if I want to fetch from T to Y, this technology I want to fetch. Means I want to fetch from T to this Y, this technology. How we can do that?
Mhm.
So by using this single indexing, we can't do that. And for that, there is a concept called slicing operator.
Mhm.
String support slicing operator. So with the help of this slicing operator, we can extract the subset or multiple character from the string, from the tuple, or from the list.
Mhm.
So let me take this data. Yes. So now when you define this one, so first of all, I will talk about the slicing operator. It is used to extract subset of string, list, or tuple based on a start index, end index, and a step. So in slicing operator, we need to pass the data like this. So what is the syntax of slicing operator? Syntax
Semicolon.
of slicing operator. So you need to take the variable name. Okay. So your variable name will be there. And in this square, square bracket, you need to pass the value of a start index. a start index value, then colon, then you need to give the end index value, then
Mm-hmm.
colon, then the step. So this three parameter you need to pass. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
this three parameter is not fixed. You can, this is optional also. In some cases we are not passing this start index, in some cases we are not passing this end index. These are the default values. Okay, so like I will show you that how we can use this thing. Okay, so now there are some rules and regulation when we are doing the slicing operator. First, the
Mm-hmm.
main, this slicing operator is main dependent on this step. This step will tell you the direction.
Okay.
Means this step will tell you that your slicing operator will extract value from which direction. Okay, and this start index will tell from which position we need to start and where we need to end. Okay, so main is your step. So first, there are some rules and regulations. So the first rule is when a step is positive. So there are two types of step values there. Either you can pass the step value and negative value. So now when a step is positive, then slicing operator extract value in forward direction from start index to end minus one index.
Mm-hmm.
This is very important. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, second is when a step is not defined, then slicing operator considered a step value as positive one. So when you won't define, when you don't give any value as a step, so what will happen? Slicing operator by default it will consider as positive one.
Understood.
Okay, that means it is a positive.
Okay.
When a step is not, sorry, not a step. Where's the step? When a start index is not defined, then default value of start index is 0. So when we don't define anything here, if you don't pass any value as a start index, then by default the value is 0. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it will start the fetching the data from 0th position. Now these are the rules we need to consider when the step is positive.
Okay.
When a step is negative, now when a step is negative, then slicing operator extract value in backward direction, backward direction from start index to end plus one index. Okay, in this case it will fetch the data till end plus one index. Okay,
Okay.
end plus one. When, so when a step is negative and you are not passing the value of a start index, when a start index is not defined, then default value of the start index is minus one. Okay,
Okay.
so these
Mm-hmm.
are the things we need to understand this one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so just take the screenshot. Okay, here we define this string. So this is my string variable and this is the value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, So now how the data will be stored? It will be stored like this, right? INNOVATIV space technology PVT Private Limited Ltd. Now, so this is my string data. Now,
Mm,
if I'll talk about the positive index, so this is stored at 0, right? This is 1,
mm,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this space is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 17, 18, 19, 20, and this is 21 space,
mhm,
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So this is my positive index.
mhm.
Positive index value starts with this 0 in the forward direction. This
Okay.
is forward direction. Now if I talk about the negative index, so -1, -2, -3, this is -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, and this is -13, -14, -15, -16, -17, -18, -19, -20, -21, -22, 23, 24, -25, -26, 27, -28, and this -29.
Mhm.
Okay. This is my negative index. Now, okay, I want to fetch the data. For example, let's say now if I will write like this, slicing operator. This is my variable name. And if I will pass here now slicing operator syntax. So let's say this is my start index 0.
Mhm.
I will write colon and I will give 9 and I will give colon 1. So this is the syntax of
Positive.
slicing operator, right?
Okay.
So now
Mhm.
this is your start index, this is your end index, and this is your step.
Mhm.
So whenever you will define this way, so the first thing slicing operator will come and check what is the value of a step. So here it will see that okay, step value is 1, that is positive 1. So whenever the step is positive 1, slicing operator will extract the data in forward direction. Okay, from
Okay.
start index to end -1. What is your start index here? 0. So it will go from this start index 0 to this is end value. So while fetching the data, it will do -1 here when a step is positive. So it will give you data from 0 to 8th index.
Okay.
So it will go, it will search, it will start from year 0 and it will go till 8 here. It will
Mhm.
not give the value till 9. So in positive index, it will all while fetching whatever the value you will give here as an end index. Always while fetching, it will do -1. Okay, so it give me the elements from 0 to 8th index. So from 0 to 8th index, what are the value we have? INNOVATIV. So this will give me the output as INNOVATIV. So it will not
Mhm.
give this E. So it will give me the data this one.
Okay.
Clear? Now
Mhm.
same thing, this pattern, this syntax, you can write like this also. Company name 0:9. Now, in this case, I have not defined the step.
Mhm.
I have just given the start index. I have just defined the end index. In this case, I have not given my step value. So I already told. So when you are not defining, so what slicing operator first it will do? It will first come and check what is your step value. So you have not defined your step value. So if you not defined a step value, by default, slicing operator will consider the step value as positive one.
Okay.
Positive one means this positive one only. So again, when this is the positive one, then slicing operator will extract the value in forward direction from a start index to end -1. That means 0 to 8. Again, this will also give you the same data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
if I will execute this, so let me take this data. Company name, and if I will write here 0:9:1. So this will give me, see here, it is giving me INNOVATIV. Okay. Same if I will write, I can write in this way also. So in this case, in this, I am not giving this a step value. I am not defining this one. So this will also give me the same data.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yes.
Company name. Now let's say here I am just writing :8:1. Now in this case, what I am doing, I have not defined the start index value. Here I am not giving any value. This is my end index. This is my step. So again,
Mm-hmm.
slicing operator will come and check what is the value of step. Step is 1. So it will go in forward direction from start index to end -1. So here a start index you have not defined. So when a step is positive, then the default value of start index is 0. Okay.
Okay.
It will be 0. So again, it will start from 0 until 8-1, it will fetch the data. So 0 to 7th index, it will give the value. So from 0
Mm-hmm.
to 7th, it will give. Okay. So from I to till here we will get. Okay. Because your 8 is here. So it won't give this data. From 0 to 7, it will give. So if I will take this data and I won't give any value here, and 8:1. If I'll execute, see here it is giving the data from I to small I. Okay, from here to here.
Okay.
Now, if I will give the data something like this, company name 2 to 10, like this. Now again, here I have not defined any step value. So by default, slicing operator will consider as a positive one. It will automatically internally, it will add here one like this. Okay. Here we are not
Mm-hmm.
defining, it will add automatically. Now again, it is a positive, a step is positive, so it will fetch the data in forward direction from start index to end -1. Here this time the start index value is 2. So this time it will not search the data from 0, it will search the start fetch the data from 2 position. So from 2 to 10-1 data it will give. So from 2 to 9 it will give you the data. So from here, from this position till 9 position it will give the data. So from here, from N to E, it will give you the data. This one. So here, if I will write print name and 2:10, and if I'll execute, see here, from N to E, it is giving me the data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting this one right?
Yes.
Now, if I want to fetch all this data, if I want to fetch all this data, so
Mm-hmm.
how we can do that? For that, I need to write company name 0::1. Either I can write this one or I can write company name.
0::.
I won't give anything. I can
Okay.
also write like this company name single colon. Okay. I
Okay.
can give anything. So now in the first case, what will happen? So
What
here
if
you
we
have
give him?
tell me
What if we don't give the value one, like just 0:::?
0::, right? This
Huh.
will also give me the same data,
Okay.
complete value. So how it will give the complete value? So we'll see the first one. So here what you have defined 1, right? That means a step is 1. So it will fetch the data from in forward direction. Now here it will give this is a start index, end index you have not defined. A start index is 0. So it will search the data from 0. Now here you have not defined the end index. So when you not define the end index, so slicing operator will fetch the data till last index, because when you define the end index value, then only while fetching it will do -1 when you define the value. But when you
Mm-hmm.
don't define the value, it will go till last index and fetch all the elements. So from 0 till last index, it will fetch the data.
Okay.
Okay. Now in this case, what is happening? I have not defined anything. I have not defined a start index, end index, step. So first slicing operator will consider this one as a 1. So again, it is a 1. That means it will fetch the data in forward direction. Now again, when a
Mm-hmm.
step is 1, then the default value of a start index is 0. Slicing operator will consider it. So again, this will become 0. That means this and this, it is the same only. So again, it will fetch the data from 0th position to till last element, because end index you have not defined. Now in this case also same. Here you have used only single colon. So by default, slicing operator will consider here internally as a 1 by giving the colon 1. Okay. So again, it will be your 1. That means it will fetch the data in forward direction. Now here you have not defined the start index also, end index also. So by default, a start index will be 0. That means it will search the data from 0. And here you have not defined the end index. So it will fetch the data till last index. Okay. It will not do here -1 anything. Here also the same. By default, it will consider as a 1. So this will become this only internally. So
Okay.
all these 4 steps, what it will do, it will give you the same exact output. Okay. So if I will write print company name, and if I will write here 0 colon colon 1, so this will give me the complete data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I will, so as per you, if I won't give anything, so this will also give me the full data. If I won't give anything, I will give like this double colon, this will also give me the full data. And if I will give single colon also, this will also give me the full data. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
So slicing operator, when a step is negative. So let's say when I define the any string, let's say institute name, let's say I'm giving here innovative solution. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Okay. So when we define the string, then in the RAM memory, so this string will be stored in the RAM memory, somewhere in the RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it will be stored based on the index. So I, and let me first write this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 0th index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this I will be stored at 0th index, then this n will be stored at 1 index, then n o v a t I v e, and here a space is there, so this space will be stored at 10th index, then s o l u t i o n, 18th index. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is our positive index. Now negative index will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13, minus 14, minus 15, minus 16, minus 17, minus 18, minus 19. This is my negative index. So here we are talking about slicing operator when a step is negative. So when the step is negative, then slicing operator will extract the value in backward direction. Slicing operator will extract the value in backward direction from start index to end plus 1 index. Now, if I will write like this, institute name minus 1 colon minus 8 colon minus 1. So in this case, this is your start index, this is your end index, and this is your step. Now, when you execute this code, so slicing operator will first check the step value. When a step is negative, then slicing operator will extract the value in backward direction from
Mhm.
start index to this is your end value. So while fetching the value, it will do end plus 1. So minus 8 plus 1. So this will be minus 1 to minus 7. So the finally this slicing operator will extract the data from minus 1 to minus 7. So this is our minus 1. So from here till here, it will fetch the data. In
So
the
why is it plus one?
plus 1,
Minus
this
is
is the
plus
rule.
one.
This is the rule.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the rule
Okay.
when the step is negative.
Mm-hmm.
So when the step is positive, then slicing operator will extract the value from start index to end plus 1 index when a step
Okay.
is positive. When a
Mm-hmm.
step is negative, slicing operator will extract the value from start index to end minus 1. Okay,
Okay.
whatever the index you are defining, so when a step is negative, whatever the index you are defining, it will do plus 1. And when a step is positive, whatever the index you are defining, it will do, sorry, here, my bad. When a step is positive, it will do end minus 1.
Minus.
Okay,
Okay.
end minus 1. And when a step is negative, it will fetch the value from start index to end plus 1.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
whenever the step is negative, it will do end plus 1. Okay, so now here what we are getting, so this will give me data from minus 1 to minus 7th index. So from
Mm-hmm.
minus 1 to minus 7 index, we will get the data, but in reverse order. So first it
Okay.
will start from minus 1. So first what we will get at the output, we will get n, then o, then I, T, U, L, O. So from minus 1 to minus 7 we will get. So this one we will get. Okay, this
Mm-hmm.
in reverse order in this way. Okay,
Okay.
when we are defining this one. Now again, if I will use institute name, if I will write minus 3 colon minus 10 colon minus 1. Again, here this is my start index, this is my end index, and this is my step. So again, whenever you will execute this code, so first of all, slicing operator will come and it will check what is the value of step here. So step is again negative. So again, the slicing operator will fetch the value in backward direction from start index to end plus 1 index. So minus 3 to minus 10 plus 1, it will be minus 9. So in this case, we will get the data from minus 3 to minus 9, from minus 3 to minus 9. So in this
Okay.
case, the output will be minus 3. It will start from here, right? So from here to
Mm-hmm.
here, we will get the data. Sorry,
Okay.
from here to here,
Mm-hmm.
this one. So
Okay.
here a space is there, right? So we will get output I, T U L O S, and here a space will come, okay, blank space.
Okay.
Now, let's say if I want to reverse this string, means I want to fetch all this string, I want to fetch all this string data, but in a reverse order. Okay. So this is also will help you, like sometime in interview, they will ask, can you reverse this string? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So with the help of slicing operator only, we can reverse this string. For that, what we need to do, we need to simply write
Colon, colon.
institute name. Here you need to define -1, or even if you don't define anything here, that's fine. Colon,
Colon.
colon, -1. Okay. Or either you can write this one, or you can write this institute underscore name colon colon -1. This will also work same. So now in this case, what will happen? First of all, slicing operator will come and check here and here that, okay, step is negative. So when a step is negative, so in this case, what is happening? Here we have not defined the start index. So when the step is negative, then the default value of a start index will be -1 only. So slicing operator will only also consider that when a step is negative, by default the start index value is -1 only. So this will become this only. Okay. So
Okay.
now here a step is negative. So again slicing operator will extract the value in backward direction from start index. So here our start index is -1. 2. Here end index we have not defined. So whenever we are not define the end index, it will fetch the value till last index. So it will start from -1 till last index. Till last index, it will fetch the data. Okay. So till last index. So it will start from -1 till last index. It will give you the data. So here you will get the, for this, you will get the output NOIT ULOS space, then EVITA VONNI. Okay. So in this way, it will reverse the string.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's execute this code practically and then we will understand. Okay. Okay. So this is our code. So slicing operator when a step is negative. So this is my string. Now what I will do, I will write print company name, and if I will write -1 -1 colon -9 colon -1. So now here what output we will get? So this will, this code, okay. So forget this one. This thing we'll talk this later. Okay. So this, so this is slicing operator. So here this is a step is negative, and this is your start index, and this is your end index. So in this case, here a step is negative. So slicing operator will fetch the value in backward direction from start index to end +1. So here a start index is -1. So from -1 to -9 plus 1. That means this will give me data from -1 to -8. So if I'll execute the code, you will get the data from -1 to -8 in reverse order.
Last two.
Yeah. So from here, see, in the
Mm-hmm.
reverse order, -1, -2, -3, then a space -4, -5, -6, and -7. And here again a space is there, -8. If you will see here, there is a space is there. Okay. Here a space is
Okay.
there. So from here to till here, we are getting the data. Now, if I
Mm-hmm.
will write print company name -3 colon -10 colon -1. So this will give me data from -3 to -9. Okay. So where is -3? This is -1, -2, -3. So from space it will
Mhm.
start. Okay. So
Okay.
-1, okay, -1, -2, -3. Okay, sorry. From here it will start. So -1, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. So this we will get the data. L space T V P space then Y. So same we are getting L space T V P Y. Okay.
Okay.
Now if I want to reverse this list, So for that, what I will do, I will write print company name. Simply I will write colon colon -1. This will work and it will give me the complete data in reverse order. Or
Okay.
same thing I can write company name -1 colon colon -1. So if I'll execute, this will also give me the same data. So this is the example when slicing operator we are using as a step as a negative. Okay. Now the next is string support concatenation. Concatenation. So string support concatenation. Now what is, so I told you right in the that in the operator that we have a plus sign, right? So
Yes.
when we are using plus sign with numerical value, means like integer value or float value,
Mhm.
then it will act as your
I-
addition, right? And when we use this plus sign with string values or list value or tuple value, then it will act as a concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but joining the values.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So concatenation is nothing but concatenation is used to join multiple strings, multiple list, and multiple tuple by using plus sign. By using plus sign, or we can simply write plus sign acts as a concatenation. Concatenation. Okay. So now let me define here two here is string values. So for example, let's say if I'm writing first name equal to, let's say, Akash. This is my first name. And
Mhm.
then let's say this is my last name. I will write here, let's say, Singh. Now I want the output something like this. So I have these two input. One is Akash. Okay. This is stored in this variable and Singh is stored in this variable. Now I
Mhm.
want the output something like this. Akash
Thank
space Singh. Okay. This is my output. I want this output. So for that, what I will do, I will write f name plus last name. Now, if I'll execute the code, it is giving me, it is joining both the strings. This is
you.
also a string and this is also a string. It is joining the value. But if you see between this Akash and Singh, there is no space is there, right? It is joining,
Mhm.
right? But there is no space is there. But my requirement is that I want to join, I want to merge these two values, this two
Mhm.
string, but there should be a space also. So to do that, what we need to do, we need to again use here plus sign, and between this plus, first of all, what we need to do? First of all, we need to add this plus this first name with the empty space. Okay. So this
Mhm.
Akash will be added with this empty space. So if I'll execute here, Akash and empty space is added. Concatenate. Now,
Okay.
whatever this result will come, whatever this will give the result, along with that, I will add the last name. Now, if I'll
Mhm.
execute, it will add like this Akash Singh. Okay. So in this
Okay.
way we can join the string. Now, in case of concatenation, we can only concatenate string to string, list to list, and tuple to tuple. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot concatenate string with other data type. So, for example, let's say if I have first name is my string, okay, let's say Akash, and here I'm taking some list value. Okay, let me, so list data. Now this is my list data, 1 2 3 4. So this is the way of defining list. Okay, a square bracket, and inside a square bracket you can define here multiple values. Even you can pass here string data also, let's say ABC. Okay, so this
Mm-hmm.
list contain the numerical data also as well as the string data also. Now this is my list and this is my string. Now I want to concatenate both this data. So what I will do, I will write first name. So this is my string plus I am concatenating with the list data. If I will execute, it will throw me the error. What it is saying, can only concatenate string to string. Okay. So concatenation will happen. Concatenation will happen only between string to string, then between list to list, and between tuple to tuple. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So we cannot concatenate list with string. We cannot concatenate tuple with string, or also we cannot concatenate string with other data types. So this is your concatenation. There is another way also to concatenation is nothing but simply we are joining the two string values or two list values or two tuple value. So in a string there are also there is one inbuilt function is there, join function is there. By using join function also we can concatenate the value that I will show when I will start the string function. Okay.
Oh,
So here we are concatenating only with the help of this plus operator. Okay. So now the next is string support repetition operator. Repetition operator. So now what is repetition operator? Repetition operator is nothing but repetition operator is used to repeat the string value, or list value or tuple value based on given number of times. So for example, let's say if I have first name equal to, I'm writing here, let's say ABC. Okay, this is my string, or let's say I'm just writing here uh, hello. Now I want to repeat this hello 4 times. Okay, so what I will do, I will write a string star. Okay, so this star sign, right? Again in the this operator I told, right? This star symbol have two behavior. When we are using this star symbol with integer value or with float value, it will act as a multiplication. And when we use this star symbol with string values or list value, tuple value, it will act as your repetition operator. Okay, so it will repeat the value. So if I will write this string star and if I will give here 4, so this star symbol, what it will do, it will not do the multiplication. It will repeat this list string value 4 times. So if I'll execute, it will repeat hello, hello 4 times. If I
okay.
will pass here 5, so it will repeat this string value 5 times. Okay. So a star symbol will act as a repetition operator, acts as repetition operator when we use with string, list, or tuple. Okay. Sometimes people what they will do, they will write in this way also. So this is your string. Okay. They will write here a star. Okay. So this
Okay.
star is not a repetition operator. This star we have enclosed by in the single code. So this is your string data. Okay. Not a star. Now this star I want to repeat 100 times. So I will write this star. So this star is a different, this is the string, this is not a
Mm-hmm.
star, and this is your star, okay, which will act as a multi repetition operator. So I am saying that repeat this string 100 times. So I will write here 100. So it will repeat like this, okay. Sometimes people will give this dash also, so it will repeat this dash 100 times,
Okay.
okay. So somewhere in the code, you will see some people will write this type of code. So this star, don't think that this is the repetition operator. This is not a repetition operator because this is your string. This string we are saying repeat 100 times. So it will repeat 100 times. If I will say 200 times, it will repeat 200 times. Okay. Now the next is string is immutable object. Immutable object. Now, what is the meaning of immutable object? Immutable means immutable means once the object is created, the same object value we can't modify. We can't modify. So let's say you have created the string. Let's say you have defined here, let's say name, employee name. Okay, employee name equal to Akash Singh. Casting. Okay. So when you will execute this code, so what will happen in the memory? Okay. In the memory, this value will be the fixed. It will created inside the memory, and this casting will be stored in the RAM memory. Okay. Now, if you try to modify this value or if you try to change this value, it will not possible. You can't, once you define the string data, you cannot change its value.
Mm-hmm.
That is called your immutable. So immutable means whenever you defined any object, the same object value you can't modify. So even if I will try to change this data, let's say for example at zeroth index, here we have Akash. Okay, this is zeroth index. Now what I will do with the help of operators, assigning operator, I will try to do the modification. So what I will do, I will write employee name, and so if I will give zeroth index, it will give me the value a. So this is index. Okay, so here what I'm doing, if I will execute this code, this will give me the zeroth index data. Means at zeroth index, whatever the value is there, it will give me this one. So at zeroth index, a is available. Now, so this will give me a value. At
Mm-hmm.
zeroth index, this value is there. Now I will write here equal operator, and I will say in this position, inside this string, in this zeroth position, whatever the value is there, replace with d. So if I will try, so what I'm trying to do here, at zeroth index, whatever the a is right now, it is present, I'm trying to modify that one with the help of this assignment operator. So if I will execute this code, it is throwing me the error. String does not support item assignment. Why string does not support item assignment? Because string is an immutable object. Once you define this object, this value will be fixed in the memory. You cannot change this value. You cannot modify this value. Okay, clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we cannot do the changes into this string. Now we'll talk about the inbuilt function in string. Now the first inbuilt function in string, we have upper function. Now when I'm saying inbuilt function in string, so what does it mean? See, when so there is a, like, we have a string object. Okay, we have a string
Mm-hmm.
object, we have a string object, we have a list object, we have a tuple object. Okay, we have a tuple object, we have a set object, we have dictionary object. So dictionary object. So internally all these objects are class. Okay, all these are the class, all are inbuilt class. Okay, now inside the string class, inside the string, so inbuilt the string class is there. Inbuilt means already someone have created that one, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so string is a class, internally string is a class. Inside this class all the functions are present here, like we have a upper function, then we have lower function, then we have capitalize function, then we have title function, then we have split function, then we have join function, then we have trim function. So there are so many functions are there, we will talk one by one. Again, list is also a class. Inside the list there are so many functions are there, like we have append function, then we have remove function. So all these functions are defined inside the list class. Okay, and these functions are defined inside the string class. Like that we have a few functions in tuple class, in set we have few functions, in dictionary we have a few functions. So someone already created or defined the function inside that class. That's why we are saying inbuilt function of string. Okay, inbuilt function of string. So whenever we need to call these functions, so for example, let's say if I am defining any let's say first name equal to Akash Singh, like this. Okay, so if I want to call the string function, so how I will call? So here first I need to define the string object.
Okay.
Whenever we are calling any function which is available inside the class, there are different way to call that one. Okay, there are two types of functions are there. One is defined inside the class, and one is defined outside the class. So these functions are defined inside the class. Okay, and there are few functions, for example print function, then length function, then we have a type function, then id function. So these are the functions are defined outside the class. These functions are not available inside any class. So there are two way to define the function. So the functions which is available outside the class, so this is also inbuilt function which is available inside Python. Okay, this is also a inbuilt function which is available inside the string. Okay, and it is an inbuilt function of a string. So when you are using this function which is defined outside the class, okay, there are different way of calling this one, and when we are calling this inbuilt function which is available inside the class, there are different way. Okay, so I will show you one example how we are using this inbuilt function. When we call inbuilt function, how we are calling, and when we are calling this outside function which is available outside the class, how we are defining that one. Okay, so let's say whenever you are defining any uh, string object. Okay, so this I want to use this upper function. Now this upper function is available inside the string class. So to call this function I need to use this string object. I will write a dot and then upper function. Now this upper function, what it will do, it will just take the copy of this value. It will not do any changes here. This upper function, what it will do, whatever this object contain the value, it will just take the copy of this value. After taking the copy of this value, it will convert this value into the uppercase, and it will return the value like this, Akash Singh. Okay, so here when you will get the output, it will return the value like this, Akash Singh, but the original data will be as it is. It is not changed. Okay, this will be a small case only. Why? I already told that string is a immutable object. So whenever if you are calling any of this function, it will not do the changes on the original data. All these functions, what it is doing, it will just take the copy of this data, copy of this value, and it will convert into something. Like for example, if you are using uppercase, it will convert into uppercase. If you are using lowercase, it will convert into the lowercase. So in this case, what is happening? This upper function, it will take the first, it will take only, it will taking the copy of this value and convert into the uppercase. All the character will be in the uppercase. So here, if you see, to calling this function, we are using fname, means variable name dot upper function. Now I'm using this length function. So if I'm using this length function, how I will use? I will directly call this length function, and inside this length function, I will pass this string. So here I am not calling fname dot length function. I can't do this one. If you are calling, if you call like this, it will throw you the error. Why? Because this length function is not available inside the string class. Whoever the function is available inside the class, then you need to use like this, that object dot its function name. But this length function is available outside the class, so we need to use like this length function, and inside the length function you need to pass this object like this. For example, the first function is upper function in string. It is an inbuilt function of string which takes the copy of string value and convert into uppercase.
Mm-hmm.
So what I will do, I will write here, let's say employee name equal to Akash Singh. Now what I will do, I will try to apply this employee name dot upper function. So now this upper function, what it will do? It will take the copy of this string value, means it will take the copy of this data. It will take the copy, okay?
Okay.
Because inside the string function, inside the string class, whatever the functions we have, it will not directly affecting or changing any value in the string. Why? Because string is a immutable object. Means once we define this Akash Singh in a small letter, so in the RAM memory, this will be fixed for this variable. We can't change this one. Okay.
Okay.
So now when we write here upper function, so upper function, what it will do, it won't change this value. It will just take the copy of this value and it will convert into uppercase. So if I'll execute this code, see here we are getting output as a Akash Singh. Okay. But if I will see, so now maybe some people will think that, okay, we are getting here Akash Singh. That means this object got changed. So now if I will print this employee name, if I will print this employee name, and if I will execute, the original data is Akash small only, Akash Singh. That means whatever the upper function is doing the changes, it will not affecting or doing the changes on the original object. It is just taking the copy of this value and convert into uppercase. Now whatever this code will return the value, this upper function, whatever the value it is returning, this Akasing, you can store in some other variable. Let's say you can write here result. Now this Akash Singh will be stored inside this variable. Now if you execute this code and if you try to print this result, then the result will be Akash Singh. Okay, because whatever the output it returned, that will stored
Uh-huh.
inside this
So
variable.
this one.
But when we execute this original data set, it is still Akash Singh only. Okay, that
Uh-huh.
means we are not doing any changes on the original data.
Okay.
Now the next we have a lower function. Lower function. It is an inbuilt function of string which convert the given string into lowercase. So it is an inbuilt function of string which takes the copy of string value and convert into the lowercase. So now, for example, if I'll take this data, now this time what I will do, I will take employee name underscore 2 equal to Akash. Okay. Now this time I am creating one more string object, Akash Singh, and I'm storing inside this variable. So now this string contain the value Akash Singh, which is in capital letter. Now I will write employee name underscore 01 dot lower function. So if I'll execute this lower function, so this lower function, what it will do? Again, it will take the copy of this value, okay, and it will convert into the lower case without affecting the original data. So if I'll execute, it is giving me in the lower case. Now again, if I will try to print the original data, our original data will be as it is. See, capital letter only. Okay, so this not
Okay.
have not changed. Now the next we have something called capitalize function. Now what this capitalize function will do, it is an inbuilt function of a string which takes the copy of string value and convert the first letter into uppercase and remaining will be lowercase. Now, what is the meaning of that? Now, let's say if I'm taking this data like this, employee name equal to Akash Singh. So here in this string, we have two words. This is the first word and this is the second word. Okay. Now, if I will write employee name dot capitalize function. So now this capitalize function, what it will do, it will take the copy of this value, okay, and it will only convert this first letter, this A, first letter as a capital letter, and remaining will be the lower case only. So if I'll execute, you will see only A will be the capital letter and remaining will be in the lower case. Only the first letter it will convert into the uppercase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, but in this way, it won't look like good. Whenever you are giving some name, for example, if you are giving some name, you name should be like this, right? Akash Singh, right? In this way,
Mm-hmm.
actually, it look like. So
Yes.
if I want that for each word, whenever the word, each word, first letter, I want to make it capital letter. So for that, we have a function called title function. Title function, what it will do, again, it is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function of string which takes the copy of string value and convert each word first letter as uppercase and remaining will be lower. So I will take the same example of this. And here I will write employee name, and in this employee name I will apply this title function. Now if I'll execute, you can see it will take each word, first word, it will take first word, first letter, it will convert into uppercase and remaining will be the lowercase. Then second word, it will take, in the second word, first letter, it will convert into the uppercase and remaining will be the lowercase.
Okay.
Okay, this is your title function. The next function we have a called swap function. It is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function of a string which takes the copy of string value and convert uppercase into lower and lower case into upper. So again, I will take this example. employee name. And in this case, what I will do, I will change this sh into capital letter sh. And here also I will change this gh. Okay. Now in this name here, this is my small letter means lowercase, and this is my uppercase. Uppercase is nothing but capital letter. Again, this is my lowercase, this is my uppercase. So this swap function, what it will do, it will see that whichever the lower case is there, it will convert into uppercase, and whichever the uppercase is there, it will convert into the lower case. So if I will apply here employee name dot swap function, execute. Okay. Oh, sorry. Swap case function will be there. My bad. Swap case. Swap case. So it is, see here. It is converting the lower case into uppercase and uppercase into the lower case. See, so whichever the lower character are there, it converting into the upper case, and whichever the character is your uppercase, it converting into the lower case. So the next function we have, that is called your center function. Now, what this center function will do? So let me first write the definition, then we'll explain. It is
Okay.
an, it is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function of string which adds any given value, any given character to both sides of the given string until it reaches the total number of character, total number of given character. So the definition is, it is an inbuilt function of a string which adds any given character to both sides of the given string until it reaches total number of given character. So for example, let's say I have a string, something called my text equal to hello. Hello. So this is my string. Now this center function, what it will do, with the help of this center function, we can add any character to both side of this given string. And also in this center function, we need to define the what is the total number of character we should have at the output. Okay. So for example, let's say I will write here my text dot center function. And right now what I'm doing, I'm passing here 10. Okay.
Okay.
So this 10 is, I am saying that I want, so it will return the output. The output should be of 10 character. So
Mm-hmm.
here I am not passing any right now, any character to add. By default, this center function, what it will do, if you don't pass any character here, so by default, it will add the space on both side of this string, here also and here also. And
Mm-hmm.
whatever the output will come, the total number of characters should be 10. So if I'll execute this code, see here it is adding, see in
Tens.
string, a single space is one character. Okay.
Oh,
So here how many character we have in this given string? Total 5 character, right?
correct.
So I want the output total 10 characters. So already this 5 character is there, right?
Okay.
So it will add the 5 space on total 5 space on left side and the right side. So here, if you see here, it is adding 2 space. Here it is adding 3 space. So 2
Okay.
plus 3, 5, and this 5 character. Okay. So total 10 character.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say if I have another example, my text equal to hello. Now I will write my text dot center function, and here I will say 10 comma, and this time here I will give my character. I will say add this asterisk sign
Mm-hmm.
on both side of this given string, and the total number of characters should be 10. I can give here
Okay.
any number of, I here this time I'm giving 12. So this
Mm-hmm.
center function, what it will do, it will add, first it will count this character, how many already the character is present. So 5 is there. So center function need to add 7 asterisk sign on both side of the given string.
Okay.
So if I execute the code, you see here it is adding 3 character. Here
Mm-hmm.
it is adding 4 character, 7 character plus this 5 character.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 plus 5, total 12 character you are getting here. Now
Mm-hmm.
there is another function is there, that is called your LJust function.
Okay.
It is an inbuilt function of string which adds any given character on the right side of the given string until it reaches until it reach to the total number of given character. So this LJust function, what it will do, it will work similar like your center function only, but it will add the given character only on the right side of the given string. So
Okay.
if I will take this and here I will write my text dot LJust function, and here I will say 10 comma star. So now this LJust function, what it will do, it will first count this how many character, 5 character. So total
Mm-hmm.
we need 10 characters. So it will add this asterisk 5 times on the right side. So if I'll
Mm-hmm.
execute, so this is the 5 plus it is adding this 5 character on the right side. This is your
Mm-hmm.
LJust. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, if you don't pass anything here, so by default it will add the space on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't pass here, so my text dot LJust, and you are just giving the total number of characters. So if you give here, so it will add the blank space on the right side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like that, we have something called RJust function.
I'll just. Mm-hmm.
It is an inbuilt function of string which adds the which adds any given character on the left side of the string until it reach to total number of given character. So let me take the same example. Now here what I will do, I will write my text dot
Yes.
RJust function, and here I will pass 10 comma asterisk sign. So this time this RJust function, what it will do, it will do the same thing, only it will add this asterisk sign to the left side. Okay. So if I'll
Mm-hmm.
execute, this time it is adding this total 5 character here because already 5 character is present in this given string. So if you
Mm-hmm.
count this one, so total character will be your 10.
Yes.
Okay. So this is your RJust function.
Okay.
Now there is something called your zfill function. It is an inbuilt function of string which adds zero character at the beginning of given string until it reach total number of character. So this zfill function, what it will do, it will only here are just function or ljust function, what it is doing, it is adding any character on the left
Mhm.
side or right side. But this zfill function, what is doing, z means zero. Okay,
Okay.
z means zero. That means here it will add zero character, which will be in the string format. It will add zero on the given string until
Mhm.
it reaches the total number of character. So
Hmm.
we have two databases were there. One is Oracle database. Okay, Oracle database. In this Oracle database, there was account was there. Okay, in this account, it is a integer format, integer type, and then we have MS SQL server were there, and here also we have a account column. This account column was in string format, means varchar format.
Hmm.
So when here what will happen, and as per our business, the account digit should be 10 digit. Okay, 10 digit. So
Okay.
so all that account should be 10 digit. It should not be 11, or it should not be 9, it should not be 8, any number, only 10 digit. So
Mhm.
here we are using account integer format, so it will store the data something like this: 18643298102345678 9 and 10, something digit like this. So here
Okay.
it store the data like this. But if you will try to store in this column some data like this: 00023498878. So one two
Hmm.
three four five six seven eight nine ten. So this is the 10 digit. So when you will insert this data into this account, which is an int form, so
Okay.
automatically this database, what will do, while inserting, it will eliminate these zeros. It will start
Okay.
only from 2349878.
Mhm.
Okay. So here it look like that it is account is only how much digit? 7 digit,
Yes.
because it will not accept the 00. But
Mhm.
same this data is present in this account, like 00023482398878. Why here it is storing 00? Why? Because this field is as a string format. So if you
Mhm.
will store the data in string format like this, it will accept this 00 at the starting, but in the integer it won't accept 00 at the starting.
Mhm.
So we were one requirement where we need to bring this data, and we need to bring this data in the Python, and we need to compare these accounts, this data from Oracle and this account from MS SQL Server, and we need to compare in the Python code. So here actually this data and this data is same, this one.
Okay.
Okay. But when we compare this one, this account, I'm writing account in Oracle equal to account in SQL Server. Okay, so we have written some condition. Based on this condition, we need to check that both the values are same or not. If this condition will match, we need to write some logic. Okay, so I'm not
Okay.
going through that logic. I'm just explaining the scenarios. So in the Python code, we have written this one. But so from Oracle database, it is coming the value something like this: 2349878 equal to, from here it is coming 002349878. Actually this data should match, but
Yes.
because of here it is an integer type, it will not accepting this 00. It is throwing, not throwing, it is giving false. It should
Mhm.
become true, but it is because of the 00 is not coming, so it is giving the false, and our logic was not working. So
Mhm.
initially we thought that why this data is not matching, why this business logic is not matching, because this
Mhm.
account is available here also, this account is available here also, why it is not matching.
Okay.
Then what we did, we use zfill function. Now what we did, before comparing this value, okay, whatever the data is coming from this Oracle, what we
Mhm.
are doing, so we are first converting this data into the string format. So what we
Okay.
did, so we have written this logic like this: first we are using account equal to string format. So this is the string function. This string function, what it will do, it will convert
Mhm.
the string data into the string format. And here we need to pass, let's say, account in Oracle. Okay, so first we are converting this data into the string format. After
Mhm.
converting this string format, we are using account.zfill function,
Mhm.
and here we are passing 10. So this 10 means what zfill function, what it will do. Already this account contain how many data? So we have
Sure.
converted this into the account. So we have 2, 3, 4, 9, 8, 7, 8. So this we have converted into the string format. So
Okay.
this is your string format. Now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is already there, right? We need output 10. So this zfill function, what it will do, it will add 0 at the beginning. So
Mhm.
already here 7 digit is there. So when you will execute this code, your data will be 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 9, 8, 7, 8. So now
Okay.
this data will become like this.
Mhm.
Okay, so zfill function, what it will do, it will add 0 at the beginning of the given string until it reaches total number of 10 character. Why we have given here 10? Because account should be 10 digit. This
Mhm.
is our business, okay, that account should be 10 digit, it not should be less than or greater than 10. So
Mhm.
after doing this, again we are storing into the account variable, and once this part is done, then we have written this line of code. Okay, so after doing this, then our this code was working, and then our logic have executed this one. So
Mhm.
zfill function is doing this. For example, let's say if I write my account, and let's say I want the account should be 10 digit. Okay, so here I'm writing 98 something. This is my number, I want to make 10 digits. So what I will do, I will write my account dot zfill, and I will write 10. So this zfill function, what it will do? First, it will count how many digit is there, and then total number of character, how much required. So this is 6. So 6 minus 10, 4 0 is required. So it will add 4 0 at the end, at the starting of this string. So if I'll execute, if you see here 4 0 it's added, and if you count this one, this will be your total 10 digit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So here zfill function will be used. Now the next function we have is strip function. Next function we have, that is called your strip function. It is an inbuilt function of string which is used to remove blank space or any given character. It is used to remove, it is an inbuilt function which is used to remove the blank space or any given character from both side, from both side of given string. So strip function, what it will do, it will remove a blank space or any given character from both side of the given string. So sometime what will happen, let's say whenever you are pulling the data from database or from CSV file or from other sources, along with the data, the space will also come. So we can, with the help of that strip function, we can remove those extra spaces which is on the left side or right side. Okay, so generally as a developer, we should always, whenever we will pull the data, or whenever
Mhm.
we will read the data from any Excel file, CSV file, or any database or any sources, and if
Okay.
that data is your string format, we should always try to strip that one, because we don't know that when the data is coming, whether that data contain any space or not. So for
Okay.
example, let's say if I will write here my text, okay, equal to, let's say this data is coming from the database and it's contain Python. Okay,
Okay.
now I am writing this logic here, if my text equal to Python, and then I will write here colon, and here I will write print, and here simply I will write condition is matching. Okay, So here I have given here a space so you can understand it is visible for you, right? Because I have
Mm-hmm.
written the manual code. But when you will read the data from the sources, you can't see those things because you are directly bringing the data and you are storing into the this variables. So you can't see those spaces. So now here what you are thinking, that you have written the code, what here you are doing, you are bringing the data from the source and you are checking that value with this python, you are comparing this python.
Okay.
Now when you execute this code, it is not executing. Why? Because this condition is not matching.
Okay.
Here also it is python, here also it's python. You are, what you are thinking that from this column, from the source, this column contain the python,
Mm-hmm.
that python I'm storing here, it should match this one. But
Okay.
if it is matching, this should execute, right? But if I'll execute,
Mm-hmm.
this is not executing, that means this condition is false.
Okay.
So there is some issue in the data. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there is some extra spaces are there. Okay, you need to understand that one. So what you can do, you can remove these blank spaces from this given string. So what you can do, you can write my text dot strip function, and whatever it will return the result, again you will store into the same variable. Now if you execute, you see here, this is matching, condition is matching in the
Mm-hmm.
space. So if I will write this code, and if I will write my text dot strip, so what it will do, here in this strip function I am not passing any character. So by
Mm-hmm.
default this strip function, what it will do, it will remove the blank space from both side of the given string.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'll execute, you will see at the output, there is no space on the both side.
We can
See
remove
here.
letter as well.
Uh,
We can remove letter also if we give any letter in the bracket.
yes, but no, that you cannot do. It should be
Okay.
always on the continuous order.
Okay.
Okay. If here, let's say here in the middle, if a space is there. So if
Mm-hmm.
you execute, it will not remove this middle space.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
Okay.
the character is on the left side and the right side, it will remove that, and it should be in the sequence order, then only it will remove that one. Here if you see
Okay.
in the middle the space is there, it is not removing that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is what happened. Okay. So it is removing this space. Now let's say if I have data something like this, my text equal to, let's say I'm giving here a star, then python, then a star. Now let's say some, you are reading the data, some data is coming like this, some incorrect data is coming in your
Mm-hmm.
variable. Now here we need only this one, this is the correct data, right? Python, these
Yes.
are like unwanted data. So what we can do, we can strip my text dot strip, and here I need to mention a star.
Mm-hmm.
So by default, it will remove the blank space. And if you
Okay.
want to remove any another character, you need to mention here a star. So if I'll execute this one, it will remove that star symbol. And it should be in the continuous order. Let's say if I will write here one star here.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is continuous order. After that, n character is coming, right?
Okay.
So it
Mm-hmm.
won't remove this star from here. It will remove from the left side, right side. This middle n will be a star will be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this is your strip function. Okay. Now to solve this type of solution, you will ask that I want to remove this part also. So for that we have a something called replace function.
Okay.
It is an inbuilt function of string which is used to replace character with character in given string. So let's say this time I will take this data. So This strip function will only replace the given character or blank space only from the left side, right side, not from everywhere. Okay.
Okay.
But this replace function, what it will do, with the help of this replace, you can replace any character from anywhere within this string. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say here a star is one, a star is here. Let's say I'm giving one star here. I'm
Mm-hmm.
giving one star here. Okay. So let's say your data is like this. You need to remove all this star. So if you want to remove all this star with the help of a strip, it won't work. It will remove only this part and this part. This you will get. So it's still in this Python, there is a 3 star will be there. So to solve this problem, we need to use replace function. So what you can do, my text dot replace, and here what you need to do, you need to pass that which character you want to replace, that character you need to mention here. So I am saying to the replace function that replace this star. The second parameter you need to mention that with which character you want to replace. So I want to replace this star with empty string.
Okay.
Okay, empty string. So if I will execute, so wherever the star will be there, it will replace with empty string. If I will give a space, then what will happen? Here a space will come. See here, it is replacing wherever the star is there, it is replacing with a space. But I don't want to replace with a star, a space. I want to replace with empty string. So if I'll
Mm-hmm.
execute, your Python will look like this.
This okay.
One more example I will show you. Okay. So let's say I have
We can't
my
replace
text.
text.
Sorry.
They can't replace text, right? Any letters.
Yeah, we can
Like
replace. We can
we
replace
can.
text also. We can replace. Yes. Yeah, that's I'm
Okay.
showing you. Okay.
Huh.
So let's say here, Python is there. Okay. Python. Now my text dot replace. Here what I will do, I will say that replace py. Okay. Replace py with py. I will write here cy, or I will, yeah, cy, replace with
Okay.
cy. Okay.
Hmm.
So what it will do, wherever it will see this py together, it will
Hmm.
replace with cy. So
Okay.
if I will execute this code, it is replacing with
Hmm.
py with cy.
Okay.
Okay. You can also replace, here I'm replacing multiple character with multiple character. I can also replace multiple character with single character also. So for example, let's say my text equal to hello, I'm writing. So what I will do, I will write my text dot replace. So here I'm saying that remove this he with uh, n. Just I'm writing n. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So what it will do, wherever he is there, it will replace with m. So here what I'm doing, I'm replacing multiple character with single character. So if I'll execute, it will replace wherever the he is there, it is replacing with m. Okay.
Hmm.
So you can replace the character also. Wherever that character will be there, it will replace that one. Now again, let's say I have some variable, something called institute name equal to, let's say, innovative private limited. Innovative, not innovative. Let's say, what should I will write? Some other name, innovatives. Okay, innovative solution. I will write innovative solution, innovative solution. Okay. So now I will write institute name dot replace. Now here what I want to do, here how many O are there? One, two, three, right? One, two, and three is there. So I don't want to replace all this three O. I want to replace the first two O. So for that, here you need to pass the number to the replace, that how many this O you want to replace. So first I need to give that character which I want to replace. So I'm saying replace O with, add the star, and replace first two O. I am giving here that number. Okay, I am giving this number 2. So what it will do, this replace function, what it will do, it will replace the first two O from this string. So this is your first and this is your second, so it will replace only this two O. This O it won't replace with at
Okay.
the rate. So if I'll execute, you will see here it replaces this O and this O, this third O is there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't give anything here, then what will happen, it will replace all the O with the at the rate. See here, it is
Okay.
replacing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so we
Mm-hmm.
should here we have also the like option, we can give that first how many character we want to replace. So you can
Mm-hmm.
give here that number of character also. If you want that I want only to replace only the first O, so you can give first, so it will replace only the first O. This
Okay.
two O will be same as it is. Okay, it won't be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah, yeah, clear.
Yeah, yeah. Now the next function we have is split function. It is an inbuilt function of a string which breaks or split the given string into the list based on given separator. Based on the given separator. What does it mean? So sometime what will happen, you will get the data something like this. For example, let's say institute name equal to the data gen training and consultancy. Consultancy. Okay, so let's say you have data something like this. Okay, now if someone will say that I want to fetch this consultancy from this string, I want to fetch only this consultancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can use here this slicing operator. I can write institute name, and here I can use slicing operator to fetch the data from here to here. So but for this I need to manually count the this indexes. For example,
Mm-hmm.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then a space is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. A space is 19, then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So from
Mm-hmm.
24, I want to fetch till data. So I will write here start index is 24, colon, colon, and 1 I will give. If I'll execute, it is giving me the consultancy. Okay, it is working fine. But let's say this data is coming like this. So for this particular data, this slicing operator will work fine. But let's say if you will get data something like this, let's say if
Mm-hmm.
this type of data is coming, for this type of data, this won't work. Why? Because now your data got changed. Now this time C is available at which index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This space is 10 and this is 11. So this
Mm-hmm.
time C is available at 11 index. So again, you need to change this code. So for every data, you don't need to change this code, right? This is your logic. For every data, you can't change this one, right? So we need to find some solution that my logic will work for all the data.
Okay.
Okay, my code will work for all the data. So for that we can use here a split function. So this is split function, what it will do, it will break or split this string into the list based on the given separator. So right now what I will do, I will, if you see each here, each words are separated by a space. This word is separated by a space. This word, between this word there is a space, and between this word and this word there is a space is there. So what I
Okay.
will do, I will write here institute name dot split, and I will pass this value. So if I will execute this code based on the separator, based on this
Okay.
space, it is converting or breaking my list like this,
Mhm.
right? Now here, this is giving me the list data. Now my list is looking like this. So in this list, this is at 0th index, 0, 1,
Mhm.
2, 3. So if I will give here 3, so this code will works fine for me.
Okay.
Okay. So this will be easy way to fetch the consultancy like this.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, split function, what it will do is it will split your data into the list format. So sometime when
Mhm.
your data will look like this, you need to pass here. You don't need to pass anything, or even if you pass, you need to give a space like this. It will work fine. Or if you don't give anything, by default, it will split the string value into the string based on the space. Now let's
Okay.
say again one variable. Let's say if I have variable or data, I have something like this. Now this time, let's say my data is coming like this: pipe symbol, then again here pipe symbol, then again here pipe symbol. Now let's
Mhm.
say my data will look like this. Now I need to split all this data so that I can fetch these words separately. So what I will do this time, I will write institute name dot split, and this time here I will say wherever the pipe symbol is there, based on this pipe symbol, this time this is my separator. So based on this separator, I want to split this data into the list. So wherever the pipe symbol will be there, it will split that data into the list. So if I'll execute this code, my data will look like this: institute. Okay, the variable name is wrong. Okay, see here, it is working same like
Mhm.
data gen, training, and consultancy. Okay, now there
Okay.
is another function called your join function. You remember in the last class I have told you that in string we can join by using two type. One is plus sign, another is join,
Mhm.
another is join function. So this is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function which is used to join the list of string into single string based on separator. Okay. Now let's say I have this data. So for
Okay.
example, you, if I will, and for performing the joins, in the join function, you need to pass the list of string. Okay.
Okay.
You cannot pass like this. If I will write join, and here let's say I will pass, let's say C, okay, and A and T. If I will do like this, it will throw me the error. Okay, it will throw me the error. And here I will write, let's say, I want to join with. So here what I'm doing, this is our separator. Okay. So separator in the
Okay.
sense this will join this cat together as a single string like this, in this way. CAT cat. Okay.
Okay.
CAT cat. And between this character, there is no space is there. That's why I'm giving here no space. Empty string
Okay.
I'm giving.
Okay.
If I will give here pipe symbol, then it will join this string like this: C, then pipe, then here pipe. Like this, it will
Okay.
join. Whatever the separator I will pass here. But in this case, I will get the error. Why? Here it is saying str.join takes only one argument. We are giving three argument. Here we are giving three argument. This is the first argument. This is the second argument. This is the third argument. So we should not pass a separate string object in multiple argument. We need to pass this string in the list format or in the tuple format.
Mhm.
So you can pass this as a list. Okay, this
Okay.
complete string will be in the list format
Mhm.
like this. So this is your one list. That means you are passing only one object. Inside this list we have multiple string. So now if you execute this code, it will give you single string like a cat. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's say you have this one, you have data something like this.
Hmm.
Okay, you have a data something, my data equal to something like this. Okay, now I want the this output like this. I want the output something
Mhm.
like this. Output should be like this. So this is my
Okay.
single string, right? So here, what is the requirement? If you see, this is the list. Inside this list, each words are a string. So I need to join this together, and each words will be separated by pipe symbol. So while
Mhm.
performing joining, what I will do, I will give here pipe symbol, then dot and join, and here you need to pass my data and execute. Your data will look like this.
Okay.
Now, for example, let's say you have a var 01 equal to the data gen. This is one variable. Okay. Data 2. This is, let's say, another variable, training. This is another variable, var 2, var 3 equal to and var 04 equal to, this is another variable, consultancy. Okay. So now we can join this one. We can join this one. I want again this output. I want this output. So there are two way I can do. First, I can do with the help of plus sign. So what I will do, I will write var 01 plus symbol. Then I will write here pipe symbol. Okay. So it will add me data something like this, data gen and pipe symbol. Then again I will add here plus, then var 2, then again plus symbol. Then again I will join with pipe symbol. Then again plus, then var 3, then again plus, then pipe symbol, then again plus var 04, and then execute the code. Your data will be concatenated like this, join like this. This is the first way, by doing the plus sign. The another way how we can do this one, by using join. So what we can do, simply, simple, you can write pipe symbol based on the pipe you want to connect, then dot join, and inside this you need to pass the list of these variables. So you can write here var 01 comma var 02 comma var 03 comma var 04. So this is the list. Inside this list, this is the string, comma, this is also a string, this is also a string, this is also a string. And we are joining all this string with the help of this pipe symbol. So if you execute, this is also coming the same data.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So in this way, we can do the joinings.
Okay.
Now there is another function called a starts with function. It is an inbuilt function of a string, and it return true if the given string starts with given pattern. So this start with function, what it will do, it will give you true when your given pattern will starts with this given string. So we have a, let's say, string. Okay, for example, let's say I have this string file name, something like file name equal to, let's say, sample file dot csv. Okay, I need to check that whether this file is starting with sample or not. So for that, what I will do, I will write file name dot, it starts with function. Okay, and inside this I need to pass the pattern. So I will pass pattern sample file name. So this is my string, given string. Now this start with function, what it will do, it will return true if this pattern will match with this one. That means
Oh.
if this pattern will start with this file name, then only it will return true. If I will execute this code, or str object has no start with start starts, what is the function name? Starts with, okay. Okay, so here see, it is giving true. Okay, why? Because your this given string is matching with this pattern. It is starting with this sample, this pattern. Okay, so here you need to give the pattern. So why, when we should use this one? Let's say you have a list of files, okay, and in that list of files you need to have some requirement that this file should start with this pattern. So for example,
Okay.
I will use one more example. So let's say my requirement is extract those cities which starts with either H or S. This is my requirement. Okay. Extract those cities which starts with H or S. So let's say I have a variable called city's name. And in this list, I have, let's say, name city is Haryana. Then we have Gurgaon. Then we have Mumbai. Then we have Pune. Then we have Lucknow, Patna. Then we have Bangalore. Then we have, let's say I'm writing Simla. Then we have, let's say in Bihar, we have one city called Siwan. Then we have Hyderabad. Hyderabad. So now your requirement is you need to fetch those city which is start with H or S. Only those cities should be come. So for
Okay.
that, what I need to do? First of all, here I need to use the for loop. So by using for loop, I need to fetch one by one data. So I will use for city in city's name. Okay. Don't worry about this for loop and all those things, because we will, this for loop and if else condition will talk later. Okay. Just I'm giving the example of how we can use this starts with function, where we should use. So this is the one scenario where we can use this start with function. Okay, so I am writing f for city in city's name. So this will give me one by one city. If I will print this city, this will give one by one city, like this, one by. Okay, so first this Haryana will come here. So this is my list. So this for loop, what it will do, it will iterate over this list of city, and one by one data will come here. So in the first iteration, Haryana will come into this, and then your code will, this code will execute. After executing this, again your cursor will come here. The next time it will fetch Gurgaon. Gurgaon will come here. Again your cursor will come inside this for loop, and it will display the Gurgaon. Once Gurgaon it will display, again your cursor will come into this for loop, and next time it will fetch the Mumbai. Now Mumbai it will fetch, and it will store into this city. Now once it will be done, again your cursor will come here. Now the city value will be Mumbai, so it will display like this. Okay, so this will display one by one city. So now this for loop, what it is doing, one by one value it is fetching from this list. Now after doing this, what I will do now, I need to write the condition. So if city, this city, one by one city is what? It is all are string type, right? So I will write if dot city dot, it starts with H. Either it will start with H, or city dot starts with S, then display the city, then display the city. So now here what will happen? It will fetch first, it will fetch Haryana. Haryana will come here. Now this city right now contain Haryana. So this Haryana is nothing but a string. So this starts with function will return true if this Haryana will start with H.
Okay.
So this will return true. So in this case, here one condition is matching. This condition will be fail but this condition is true. So in case of or condition, if any one condition will true, the entire will return true. So this
Yes.
condition is true. So the complete thing will be true. Then it will print Haryana. Now, once
Mhm.
this will be done, again your cursor will come here. This time it will fetch the Gurgaon. So
Mhm.
Gurgaon will come here. Now again your if condition will execute. Now this time your city is Gurgaon. Gurgaon dot starts with H. So Gurgaon is not starting with H. So this condition is false. Again this is Gurgaon. So again Gurgaon is also not starting with S. So both the condition in this case false. So the entire condition will be false. It won't execute this code. So it
Mhm.
will return true only for those city which will start either with H or S. So if I'll execute this code, it is giving me only those city which is starting with Haryana, Simla, Siwan, and Hyderabad. Okay,
Mhm. Okay.
clear?
Yes, yes, understood.
Now there is one more function that is called ends with function. Ends with
Mhm.
function. Now this ends with function, what it will do? It return true if the given string ends with ends with
Given, correct.
pattern, given pattern. Okay,
Mhm.
ends with given pattern. Now for example, let's say you have a file name equal to my file dot csv, my file dot csv. Now I want to check that whether my file is ends with dot csv or not. So I will write file name dot ends with, and here I will pass my pattern csv dot csv. So it will give me true when this file will ends with .csv. So if I'll execute, it is giving me true. Now, how we can use this type of functions, where we can use? So for example, let's say you have list of files. Let's say you have some file, something, let's say uh, my file dot csv. Then you have some like sample dot json file, sample.json file. Then you have grid data dot csv file. So let's say you have like this multiple files are there. Okay, and your requirement is that you need to read only csv file. So before reading this csv file, you need to first filter out that which are your csv file into this. So this list contain the csv file also and contain the sample file also, right? So you need to first filter out the only csv file. Once you will get the csv file, only csv file, then you need to write the logic for reading the file. So what I will do, I will again use for loop for file in list of file. Then if file dot ends with dot csv, then print file. So here I am just printing the file, but in the real time we need to write the logic where we need to read the file. So this what it will do, here for loop will iterate over this list. One by one file it will take. First it will take this file. So file name will be this. So it will end with, will check that whether this file is ends with CSV. If it is a true, then inside this we need to write the logic where we will read this file, because this is true. This we need to read the CSV file. Now again, when the next time this JSON file will come, so this file will become JSON file. This one sample.json. Again, your cursor will come here. Now the file name is sample.json. So sample.json. So this file will not ends with .csv. It is ends with JSON. So this will become false. So if it is a false, this reading file logic will be not execute. So if I'll execute this one, only the CSV file is coming here.
Mhm.
Clear?